The Colossus at Rhodes, the Great Library of Alexandria, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. These are incredible human achievements, wonders of the world, and just seeing them will make you cry. Because they don't exist in 2025, and you have been sent back in time by an evil wizard. But what wonders can you actually see in the present day? If you are planning a vacation or just want to have some national pride, this is crucial information. And like most problems in my life, it was solved with a spreadsheet. Let's get our answers. Where can you find the most wonders? Civilization is a huge and long-lasting series of games, and a solid amount of research has been put into it. So we're going to use this game as a proxy. I've taken every single wonder that has appeared at least once in the Civilization franchise, 137 in total, and I've sorted them by country and city. We're going to skip the bullshit. I'm going to show you the data right now. No national wonders unless they appeared as a wonder in a different game. I did count the ideology wonders from Civ 5, though. The top city with the highest number of wonders is nowhere. Okay, what the fuck? We'll talk about that later. Our runners-up are Rome, London, and Paris, tied with 4 each. Was the Manhattan Project based out of Manhattan? Not really, so I think we're going to count New York as having 3 wonders. Surprisingly, even across 7 different games, very few cities have even 2 wonders. It would depend how you count municipal boundaries, but among them would be Rio de Janeiro, Persepolis, Istanbul, Florence, Moscow, Mexico City, Beijing, and Alexandria. But again, these are a bit subjective. You could say that, like, the Knights Templar from Civ 3 was headquartered in Rhodes for a while, right? And the Colossus was there too. So that's 2 for Rhodes. If you see it that way, you can make up your own mind. And how about nations? Well, again, nowhere makes an appearance on the list. By my count, there are 10 wonders that cannot be placed in any one country. Things like the International Space Station. Also, with 10, we have the UK and China. After that, it would be India with 7 wonders. But no matter how you slice things, the clear number 1 winner has to be it's America, baby. With 14 different entries, if you want to go to the country with the most wonders of the world, this is the one. If you're curious, here is the full map, showing how many wonders each country has. But the data seems a little fuzzy and subjective, and that brings us to an important issue with how we're gathering our data. There are 2 reasons the list of wonders in Civilization might not reflect what most people understand a wonder to be. So, what is a wonder? That's a silly question, right? They're those big structures that function as powerful cultural symbols. I mean, maybe some of them were destroyed, but they were big structures at one point, right? Well, how about Magellan's expedition, or King Richard's crusade? These are events, or accomplishments. Some of these events happened at different times in different places, things like universal suffrage or the World's Fair. And I don't think Newton's College is meant to be a physical building, it's more of the institution. And how about Casa de Contratación? It has casa in the name, but Wikipedia is very coy about what it actually is. It just says it was established. Is this actually a building? Okay, so it's a structure, event, or institution. It could also be a technology. In fact, hilariously, one world wonder consists entirely of blocking your nation's people from another nation's world wonder. But at least we can say that all of these things are things that have existed at one point. Right? No, we cannot. For one, many scholars believe that the Hanging Gardens are actually fictional. If they are real, there are several proposed locations. And how about future wonders like the space elevator? Have we cured cancer yet? So this is why the data is a bit arbitrary. And at this point, I'd like to talk about the philosophy of what makes a wonder because it has changed throughout the franchise, and it explains why so few wonders are in the same cities. In my opinion, The sweet spot for wonderish wonders was Civilization 4 and Civilization 5. The other games had issues with how they chose wonders for inclusion. I think for the earlier games, when Sid was designing them, he had a very literal interpretation of what the effect of a wonder should be. So, like, a big university or a scientific project can give you a boost in science, but a statue cannot. And sadly, big structures do not do a lot of interesting things. A lot of wonders designed by Sid for Civilization 1 are not physical structures. You can see that in another game he designed too, Civ Revolution. It has wonders like the military-industrial complex. A lot of these non-structure wonders are not clearly located in any particular city or country. By Civilization 6, wonders had to take up physical slots on the map, so that was no longer as much of an issue. Every wonder was at least clearly represented by a structure. But another trend started to emerge. I expect wonders to either be famous or at the very least awe-inspiring, the kind of thing you would look at and say, wow, I can't believe I haven't heard of that before. But by Civ 6, and especially Civ 7, a lot of the wonders felt pretty arbitrary, bordering on underwhelming. Maybe I'm uncultured, but from my point of view, it seems like instead of including famous landmarks from across the world, they just pulled random culturally significant buildings. Now, that's a loaded accusation, but let me give you some examples of what I'm talking about. The Mausoleum of Theodoric seems pretty mid. The Hale o Keawe, too. I get that this is a culturally significant site, but it just does not seem like a wonder to me. Maybe a special district or a unique improvement, or maybe a shrine with a custom event that modified its yields. It's not a world wonder. And how about the Ubadiah Mosque? The Wikipedia page literally calls this a small mosque. It cost $24,000 to complete. Even if you adjust that for inflation, this is still less than the price of an average home in Canada. This is insane. The line has to be drawn somewhere. This is just a random, nice mosque. I love that they're branching out and making an effort to include different countries, but at a certain point they need to say, hey, this is not interesting enough to be a wonder. They're just bad at making picks. Like, compare the Ubadiah Mosque with the Bibi Kanim Mosque in Uzbekistan. This one is described as one of the largest and most magnificent mosques in the Islamic world. I think that this would have been a better pick. And Battersea Power Station? You're on thin fucking ice. They are lucky that they're on the cover of Animals by Pink Floyd. As an aside, did you know that several Pink Floyd album covers feature wonders of the world? In addition to Battersea Power Station, Wish You Were Here depicts Warner Brothers Studios in Hollywood. London 6667 has a man playing rock and roll. And the cover art for The Wall depicts, of course, the Muzibu Azala Mpanga. The end result of all of this is that, although there are 137 unique wonders in the franchise, fewer of them are concentrated in any one place than we might have expected. The earlier games have a lot of wonders with no clear location, and the countries and cities associated with the later game wonders might as well have been drawn from a hat. So, if you take a trip and you want to see a bunch of wonders from Civilization, your choices are pretty limited. Italy, France, and the UK have a solid density, although Mexico and Iraq might be good choices too. But maybe look more towards TripAdvisor than Civilization to see the incredible wonders that have not been included in Civ. Alright, we're going to close out the video with some fun facts that I noticed going through the data. The first is that the country of Mali has 3 different wonders, which was a pleasant surprise for me. They really seem to be punching above their weight. Vatican City also has 3 wonders, making it the highest concentration of wonders per square kilometer. Turkey has 4 world wonders, but 3 of them were not built by the Turks. If the Grand Bazaar had been built just 3 years earlier, then all of Turkey's wonders would have been built by the Greeks. Egypt has a lot of wonder-related powers in the different Civ games, but surprisingly, only 3 unique wonders came from Egypt, and 2 of those were built by the Greeks. Going through the data, I was surprised at how long it took for some of the big nations to get their first wonder. Japan didn't get a wonder until Civ 5. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're more interested in power rankings of the world wonders in Civ, check out these two videos that I've made. One ranks the best wonders, and the other covers the worst wonders from the whole Civilization franchise. Cheers, everybody. I'll see you guys next time.